Hi, today we've got the founders of Fume, Aditya and Kshitij, and we'll be talking about what's happening in the drone landscape, especially with the recent conflict between India and Pakistan. My first question is to you, Kshitij. Can you talk about the drone usage in the conflict between India and Pakistan?
Most of the this short conflict or war, you can say, was fought with drones. Pakistan used a large number of drones, whereas India used quite a few. However, the Pakistani drones were mostly used for psyops rather than causing damage. A lot of them were even unarmed, so they used two kinds of drones. One was the cheaper variety of Turkish drones, which just for the rotor kind of a drone, which just travels 5 kilometers, and they were either used for spying purposes to figure out where our gun positions are, and or just to create havoc amongst the public. The other drones were the heavier ones, which are called EHA kind of drones. So they are heavy and they are well armed and capable of taking out large targets. Thankfully, most of the drones were destroyed in the air, and there was not a significant damage which was caused by them. On the India side, we used very few drones, but again, very costly ones. So we used a drone called Sky Striker, which is built by Elbit Systems, manufactured in India by a company called Alpha Design. They were used on the first day to take out the targets. Later, Hardop drones, again Israeli drones built in India, they were used to take out mostly our air defenses of Pakistan. These are drones, again, very heavy and costly, and they specifically seek radiation. So when they enter the atmosphere and the defenses detect them, they switch on to figure them out so that they can be killed. And these drones then seek the radiation of those radars and then go and destroy them.
Thank you. That was very insightful. Building on that, Aditya, could you tell us how is the drone landscape going to evolve, especially with the conflicts and warfare?
What we've seen with the emergence of drones in conflicts is almost a mindset shift. So compared to a few decades ago, when everything was becoming bigger and better and as a result more expensive, with drones, we are seeing that change in almost the philosophy of conflict, where instead of that bigger, better, more precise, you almost want to overwhelm the adversary with almost disposable devices. So drones, rather than bigger equipment, are thought of more closer to ammunition in today's and future conflicts, where the idea is to essentially overwhelm the adversary's defenses with effective but a large number of such drones. What that does, primarily because of the sheer numbers involved, but also because at some point you want the idea behind overwhelming. You don't even want your forces tied up in piloting these drones. So you don't want one pilot, one drone kind of scenario. You also want much more effectiveness of these devices. Hence, what we will see, and we are already seeing, is a lot more autonomy on the drones. So these are no longer as remote controlled. You want them to be doing their missions and executing them on their own. With a lot of anti-drone technology coming in, with jamming and spoofing, that need for autonomy becomes even larger. So that is what we have been seeing in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and we'll be seeing more in conflicts in the future as well, is a large number of more autonomous drones.
Thank you, Aditya. This was super insightful. I'll see you guys in the next session. Thank you.
Thank you.